Welcome to the To Your Success podcast, hosted by Krista Johnson and Elin Solheim. Each bi-weekly episode takes a deep dive into how success and freedom is created and how you can start living the life you truly want now. Krista was top CEO of international companies for more than 20 years. He's done business in most parts of the world. Now he is an international success mentor, helping people and organizations to be successful. Elin and Krista are partners in life and business. They truly live what they teach every day. They sail their beautiful 43-footer around the world while helping clients all over the world. They are proof that you can get all the freedom you've ever wanted. They truly live what they teach every single day.
Hello everyone and warm welcome to a new episode of the To Your Success podcast. For those of you who see us on YouTube, you see that we sit together today and we are in a beautiful marina. We are at which island?
We are in Mallorca, in Spain.
In Spain.
On Mallorca in Spain, in a small city, I think we can call it. Puerto de Soler.
Puerto de Soler,
It's
yes.
a beautiful town.
And I did the mistake to say that we were in Mallorca and not Puerto de Soler, so now I will hear that from you for the rest of my life.
Mallorca is the island.
Mallorca is the island, yes. So since last time, we have actually sailed for quite a bit. We stayed in Gibraltar, and during Easter, we had a three days sail without stop, non-stop. And we had, as always, we had bad weather.
Yeah.
We had another storm.
But only for one day, actually.
Only for one day. And then we set a new speed record sailing as well.
It's amazing.
Amazing. So the boat behaved well, and the crew, which was the two of us and your son Thomas, behaved well as well.
Yeah, he did.
He did.
He usually does.
Yeah, he's a good boy. And so now we are in Puerto de Soler, and you can see behind us it's a beautiful place. And today we are going to talk about sales. And that's important. And maybe you think, well, I'm not selling. Well, the truth is that we all are selling all the time. You know, you if you are employed, you deliver a service, that is sales. If you are entrepreneurs like us, we sell every day. We talk to people every day selling. And the reason why we sell is because we want to help, right?
And
we want to help you.
Even the smallest conversation is selling. Someone is selling and someone is buying. Always.
Yes. And that's a very good principle because you can sell an idea. If you have that to a friend, for instance, you can say, oh, I think that's a really good idea. He can buy it or she can buy it or not. And as you say, everyone is always selling and everyone is always buying.
Yeah. And if you're not selling, you're buying.
That's true. Yeah. And it's... well, we don't go into the marriage relationship in sales now.
That's different.
We are done selling there, buying.
That's a different kind of subject.
Yes,
yeah.
But and we want to go through this because it's important for everyone to understand that you always sell. You always selling is like convincing someone to accept an idea, convincing someone to accept that you can do a good job. And if you're an employee, I highly recommend you to see your employer as your client. Start seeing that. That will change a lot. You know, the job is not for you. You are there to do a good job. But let's dig into sales. First of all, sales is an assumption. When we talk to people, you assume that they will buy, right? And because sales is a transfer of energy. And it's a transfer, so it's a heartfelt business. It is from my heart to your heart. Yeah. It is from your heart to a client's heart. And it's always that, because people, they don't buy your products. They buy your energy. They trust you, and they buy your trust.
Just imagine if someone was trying to sell you something and they were angry doing it. You wouldn't buy from them.
No.
So
no. And there's a balance too, because you don't sell only because you're happy. You sell because you have a good presentation, you have a good product. And sales is something that you do for people, not to people. When we sell mentoring programs, we do that because we know we can help them, right? And you mentioned one thing today when we discussed this, and we mastermind on sales this morning, and you said, but I just get sad when people don't buy.
Yeah, and that's the biggest sadness, is that not that they don't buy, but that they don't want our help.
Yeah,
they don't want the help at all.
No.
I know we can help them.
Yeah.
I know you can help them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the sad part of it. When you try to sell something, and in all sales, in all conversation, if you cannot convince someone to buy the thing and get your help, it's a sad feeling. I want to help.
Yeah, the same for me. I'm not sad for us not selling to them. It's not about the money. It's that we know we can help them, and they want help as well. But very often they don't dare, right? Because they are afraid of, well, what if this doesn't work? Well, and then we say, what if it works? Because we know it works. We live it every day.
Yeah.
So we know it works. I mean, that is why we are here recording a podcast in our boat. We sail here. We do our business. We have Wi-Fi antenna there connecting us to the world with satellites. So we use Starlink. So thank you, Elon Musk, for that. That's a wonderful product.
But I actually know that everybody who talks to us wants to change.
Yeah.
They want help because you have already started by reaching out to us.
Yeah.
You already started that process, and it's a bit scary when you suddenly need to decide if you're going to join us or to accept that help.
Yeah.
And so.
And I remember that first time, and first time I got not first time I got a good mentor. That's many years ago. I was 29, 30 years old when I first had my business mentor. But then when I started on this route of personal development and working on mindset, that was with Bob Proctor. And I remember DP Gates, one of his coaches, called me, and it was actually really scary.
Yeah.
I mean, I had the money. I don't remember, it was $10,000 or $15,000. It was a lot of money at that time, but still I made the decision. I just wanted to do it, right? Even though it was scary. And that is maybe the biggest mistake people do when they buy or when they sell, is that they doubt. I mean, if you have doubt in your mind, then you will never sell.
No.
Right? If you doubt if you can do a good job, if you're an employee or an entrepreneur, if you doubt that, then you will never sell.
No.
Right? And that is why sales is an assumption. I know I can, I know I can, I know I can. So, and for me to have that strategy call, to attend that webinar with Bob Proctor and have that strategy call, I mean, that is why we are here now. So that is the start, actually. Yeah.
Thank you, Bob.
Yeah. And
so Bob and Elon, that's the two people we are thanking today. Okay.
I actually saw when we sailed, when we were in that storm, and I was changing watch, and Thomas came up for having night watch after me, and I saw the Starlink, the rocket, and the row of satellites. It was like 8 or 10 small stars in row. And I know the star signs pretty well, so I thought that was interesting because that was something new. Maybe it's alien. No, it was not. It was only Elon.
Okay.
Anyway, so, but when it comes to sales, and it's all about action, right? It's a good saying that the market never sees your thoughts; it only sees your actions, and you just have to get on that phone. Right? You have to reach out and email. You have to pick up that phone and call. And it is the 80-20 rule again. We have talked about that before. But what are the 3 most important goal-achieving activities you do? And for us, it is to sell.
Yeah.
Right? That is number 1. It is create new products that reach more people. It is to sell the products and market them, right? Or in a different, I think we market them first and then sell them. But those are the 3 most important goal-achieving activities we have, and that is what we put 80% of our energy on as well. And it's really, really important, So think about what are the 3 most important goal-achieving activities you have. And we talk to many people that have never reflected over that.
No, you just try to sell, and if you try to do something, you will not be very good at it. No. You just do it.
And you coach a lot of salespeople, right?
Yes, I do.
You do, and then like you talked with one of our clients today, and you asked her, why don't you just start to call your client list? Why do you look for new clients all the time? I mean, she had like 500-600 people in her list, and just pick up that phone and call. Yeah. And she hadn't thought about that, right? But that is to go into a sales attitude, to become a sales professional. It's a self-image thing. Hi, this is Christer. Thank you for watching and listening to our podcast. We really appreciate that. As you see, we love sharing how you can live the life you truly want, and we also love sharing how we live this every day. You know what changed my life is that I did one thing. I signed up for a strategy call with my first mentor. That was the one thing that changed my life. And that is why we offer you to do exactly the same thing with me and my team as well, because we know that call those 30 minutes can be the thing that changes your life. So if you go to our website, christerjohnson.com, up in the right corner, you will find a button to click on. Click on that button and book a strategy call with us. It might be the best thing you ever done to change your life. Have a wonderful day. And now back to the podcast. If you are in sales, I remember this. Every time I came to the office when I was CEO, I always smiled. So people, and I always said hello to everyone. So people said to me, Christy, you're always happy. Well, for me, it's natural when I come to work and I work with a great team. I'm happy because I'm there. I'm grateful because I'm there. And then, so I did that every morning. And then I sold myself as
the happy guy.
As the happy guy. But it's fun. If you're a manager, it has to be fun working for you. And people don't have to accept, or they have to accept, but they don't have to be agreeing everything you do. Right? Because as a manager, you have to make decisions. That is your job. And I've always been really good at making decisions as a choleric. But then my point with doing that is that what is important is what you do in the morning, right? You do that. You say hello to everyone in the morning. And it's the same thing if you want to sell and you are into cold calling, meaning that you call people that you don't know. You do that the first thing in the morning.
But just saying hello to employees is selling.
Yeah.
Because you sell yourself as a happy guy. You sell yourself as a positive thing.
Yeah, and you sell the company that this is a good place to be. When the manager that knows everything is happy all the time, then it's a good place, right? But then if you do cold calling, right? Or if you call people and you want to do that, do the first thing in the morning. If you don't do it first thing in the morning, well, first we do our morning routine and then you pick up the phone. Then we pick up the phone and call people. Then you will procrastinate. And
if you don't do it in the morning,
if you don't do it in the morning, then you will procrastinate and you will never do it. And I actually have some of my clients that send me a yes, they text me a yes, an SMS, when they have called 10 new clients, right?
I also have that.
Yeah.
So,
you don't text me.
No, I don't text you.
No, maybe you should. Maybe you should. That could be a good one.
I can tell you.
You should take our own medicine, right? Yeah. Absolutely. And then I mentioned that at the beginning, selling is something you do for people. It is not something you do to people, right? You sell to help, right? You bought a new car before Christmas. You bought a new convertible, wonderful, beautiful. You miss that car now? I'm sure
I don't miss it.
No?
But Thomas is home driving it.
Thomas
so
is
okay.
home driving it, so he's a happy guy. And
be careful.
Thomas, you should call him then.
Yeah.
Okay. So and the salesperson there, he did a good job because you bought the car, and he did that for you because and you have always wanted that. You wanted that kind of car for like 2-3 years.
Yes.
You looked at it.
Yes.
And then he did that for you, and that made you happy. It's the same when we help people. We sell to help, and everyone that sells, you sell to help. That is what you do, and the only way you can help people is actually that they buy. If people don't buy from us, they will never change.
No.
Right? And it's the same. You can continue looking at that car, but if you don't buy it, well, then nothing happens, right?
You don't.
So it's really important to understand that sales, you sell to help, right? And we talk about, in our morning routine, we talk about I am statements. I am a sales professional. I sell every day. I cold call every morning. I sell to help. Those are good. Those are really, really good I am statements to have to build up yourself. And when I started this business, I was afraid of selling.
I just want to tell you now that there is a huge boat coming in here, so we probably will have some noise. But that's okay. We'll talk about selling.
It's semi-huge. It's not the biggest one.
No,
the gray that came in there is bigger. Okay. So, I love boats, just FYI. Okay, so we were on selling is helping, right? And I am statements. And then, the sales conversation is very much asking questions.
Yes. And listening.
Listening. Yeah, and don't interrupt. I'm not the best at that.
No, I actually, we both are bad at that.
Yeah, but that's also because we give coaching in our sales conversation. So if you book a strategy call with us, you get high value coaching from us, and our our attitude to coaching is always that we tell people what they need, not what they like. It doesn't mean that we are rude. It just means that we are direct.
It's not always what they want, but they will get it anyway.
No, but when you say you have a goal and you ask for help, then it's my obligation. It is my duty
To be honest.
And help them, right? And because we know it works.
Yes.
So the sales conversation, as I said, is very much asking questions. It is thank you for our intro is always thank you for booking a call with us. Before we talk about us and how I can help you, why don't you tell a little bit more about yourself, your goals, etc. It's the same thing if you're selling cars. Ask questions. If you're selling, if you're selling, I don't know, clothes. Ask questions. Ask questions and find out what the person truly wants, and then they will buy from you when you solve the problem for them, and they trust you. That is what it is.
And practice. Practice.
Practice not until you get good. Practice until you cannot make it wrong. Yeah. It's just automized. It's just automized, and it's very much a habit. It is practice. So how did I overcome my fear of selling? Well, I started with my I am. So my I am statements. I am a professional salesman. I am a great salesman. I sell every day. I sell to help. I always ask them to buy, because that takes courage as well. And then I worked on that for a year. And then I took 1 week off when I went to a seminar with my mentor, and I missed selling. Then I realized that my attitude had changed and my self-image had changed. And, I was afraid of selling, even though I've been like 25 years running international companies. But then I had sales directors and sales team doing the job. So I didn't mind selling. It's just that I had a different role, right? But now I am much more a sales professional.
But it's actually quite common when I talk to salespeople that they are scared of taking that phone call.
Yeah.
They can talk to people and they can call about anything else. But when they are going to call to sell something, it's like, it's so scary. And I always say, so when it's scary, what are you supposed to do with that?
Then you
That's
do it
your
immediately.
sign.
When you're afraid
Go
of
get
something,
it.
you have to do it. It's an order to yourself. So, but it's interesting. Why are we afraid of selling? It is because we're afraid of rejection, right? We're afraid of getting no. But we never let the outside world control our feelings, right?
No.
And the only way you can help someone is that they buy from you. So if you really want to help someone, then you sell. Then you ask, right? But you do it in a good way, in a nice way, and then surrender to the service. Be great at giving service, right? Don't think about the money. The money is always an effect. The service is the cause. Great at delivering great service, helping other people, whatever it is, selling clothes, selling bread, selling cars, selling boats. Yeah, that is the purpose, And then you ask a lot of questions, and then you close them. And then you just ask, well, do you want this? Yes or no?
And the worst thing you can get is a no.
Yeah,
and then you're getting better at it.
The worst thing that you can get is I have to think about it.
Yeah, actually.
Or this is interesting, because then people really don't care. And it's so many people do that mistake. And this is a part of our coaching is like, well, I have to think about it. No, you don't. You make the decision. I posted, there is an article on our website, christerjohnson.com, about making decisions. It is the most, go to free resources and download it and read it. It's the most important thing. For me as a cleric, it's natural. But all those people, I say, well, I want to change, but I have to think about it. Well, what do you think happens? Nothing happens.
What have you been doing up until now? Haven't you thought about it at all?
Yeah.
Now is the time for changing.
Now is the time for changing.
Just do it.
Yeah, and then maybe people think, well, what if it doesn't work? What if it is the wrong car?
Yeah.
Well, what if it is the right car? Right? What if it is the right partner? What if it is the right pair of jeans? Whatever, Think up, not think down. What if up, not what if down?
What if's good.
Yeah. So do you have any closing thoughts or ideas from your sales experience?
I think you have sold enough now.
Yeah, I always sell.
Yeah.
You know that.
Yeah.
A glass of wine?
A glass of wine.
I can sell you a glass of wine.
Yeah, anytime.
We have.
That's a heartfelt business, selling a glass of wine.
We have.
Aperol?
No, we have cava in the fridge.
Okay.
Yeah, cold cava.
This is not an alcohol advertisement.
No, it's not. No, it's all.
But a glass of wine always helps for everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's a good, to all your men out there, married to women, when they are angry at you, or you've done something.
Or men married to men, or
whatever. When your partner is angry on you for something you didn't know you should have done, then glass of wine. It's the best tip, right?
Yeah.
It fixes everything. Not everything, but a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. But don't overdo it.
No.
Okay. Anyway, with those funny words from our life and a beautiful sun at Palma,
we do this always
to your success. Everything we do is to your success. And for us, success is that you live the life you truly want. Okay. So thanks again. Subscribe to this.
Yes,
if
please.
you want our help, book a strategy call. Go to our website, book a strategy call. You will talk to us. Maybe we'll talk to Lars as well, part of our team. But I mean, we are only an email or a call away. And we love helping you.
Yes,
Okay.
we do.
So have a wonderful day. Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to this episode of To Your Success podcast. Please leave us a rating and review on your favorite podcast platform. For more information on how Krista's mentoring programs can help you in your own life, visit kristajohnson.com.